Always entertaining, accidentally informative. We're bringing nostalgia and camaraderie to the hobby, along with a stroke to Tim. That's Tim. I'm Chad. This is Back to the Future Podcast, Season 2, Episode 28, The Burbank Card Show. Everyone, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Our website is pttfpodcast.com, and our Instagram is at Back to the Future Podcast. Tim, those are the two places you can find us. That's it.
Yeah.
That sound about right?
I think you got it right.
We're not on Facebook.
No.
We're not there. Tim, we have a fantastic show for the listeners here today. We have what some are calling the West Coast National. We have a large card show coming out west, which we are certainly excited for. That is the Burbank Card Show hosted at the Anaheim Convention Center, which will be at the end of this month, just next week for people who are listening to the show in real time. And we have EJ Ferrer, the executive director of the card show, who's coming on. We're going to have a fantastic conversation with him. He's going to get you hyped and tell you everything you need to know for the upcoming show. But Tim, before we get there, that was a heck of an intro, my man.
I think people like Angry Tim, so I ratcheted it up a little bit, but that was genuine. I'm not happy right now.
I'm sorry. Well, maybe let's card therapy, right? We've talked about card therapy being a thing, and maybe we'll ease you into your evening with a little card therapy. So why don't we start with a weekly update?
Okay.
You got some of those sweet tunes in our ears here, Tim?
Let's see, there we go.
All right. See, Tim, right back in the swing of things. And Tim, I've got a lot that's gone on for me in the past week.
Yeah, you know what? That was just, too long didn't read, but go ahead.
Well, Tim, that's why we have a podcast, so we can write it out here. So we can talk it out here at least. Real quickly, guys, I tried to dabble in Lorcana because it's a Disney product, and your boy got hustled. I bought $1,000 worth of boxes on a website that looked legit. Have not received my cards. Lots of people posting on Instagram. This place is a scammer's website.
Uh-oh.
And those posts onto Instagram have been promptly taken down.
Wow.
By the website. Not good. They sent out a standard email stating that, we're going to be working tirelessly to get you your product. My mom received the same email. I've met some people online who received the same email. We're not getting the cards.
You don't think so?
No. You know, it's very interesting because the way that you had to pay through the cards, you had to go through Afterpay. Like you couldn't just pay the website. And at the time, I remember that being a little bit curious. And I really think that the reason for that is that it's part of their scheme.
Yeah.
So, $1,000, just boop, gonzo.
Wow. Is that the biggest you've been taken for in the hobby?
Yeah. Yep, without a doubt.
Biggest amount.
With that, well, I mean, we did use, like before the podcast days, we would do the Summer Slam, the things where I'd go open up like 10 boxes of cards.
Yeah.
And
you could argue that you got taken there too.
I don't even think it'd be much of an argument on the other side. That was pretty cut and dry. So that was a rough start to the week, but things did get better. Tim, I have a PSA submission that is still out. Not a whole lot of movement with it, but I want to give people some education here. I did send in a Value Plus service. Got received by PSA rather on August 4th. Got entered the next day. It's been in the grading stage ever since then, hasn't budged. So we're almost 3 weeks out. Just a little update if people are trying to keep track on how quickly those move. We talked about how quickly your Justin Fields moved. That's where I am with Value Plus and still waiting for it to move from grading.
That's not spectacular because they were turning things around a little bit better than that. I feel like around 2 weeks for a while there.
And the Value Plus, is a little bit cheaper level of service. I had heard from one other source, I believe it was on Twitter, that they were expecting about a 60 calendar day turnaround. So we'll kind of see. We'll see where we're at, and I'll keep people posted on that.
Okay.
But things did get better.
That's good.
Tim, I ran a half marathon on Saturday up the side of the old mountain here in Salt Lake City.
You killed it. Didn't just run it.
I did. I was really happy. It was a rock and roll race and finished top 100 out of 2,400 people. So I was super stoked about that. But
jeez, man.
The reason I bring that up is it really gets those endorphins going. It gets it going. And, I had laid off, any cocktails during the week, especially during the work week. But on Friday, I laid off the cocktails, went to bed early, stressing over it. So Saturday, the endorphins were rolling. I had a couple of beverages.
Uh-oh. I know where this is going.
I wanted to go feckin', but you can't feck on a Saturday. So as Boston Steve pointed out, you do second. which is Saturday evening with cocktails and cards.
Doesn't have as good a ring to it, but I'll go with it.
It doesn't. So all jokes aside, Tim, I ended up bidding on a bunch of cards on Saturday. Most of them ended Sunday, and I won a lot. And I just want to give you a rundown on what I won.
Okay.
A 2015 Panini Prism Peyton Manning PSA 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's significant to me because I have the 2012 and I have the 2014 as well.
Okay.
I want to try and get each of his playing years with the Broncos. So I just need the 2013. There's only 7 of those silver PSA 10s.
7? Oh.
Well, the one that I bought, the 2015, the pod count's only 16. You know, this is really before
these are low count.
These things jump. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good looking card. I'll bring it along the next time and show it to you. But if anyone has any leads on the 2013 Panini Prism Peyton Manning PSA 10, I would sure love to jump all over that to complete that 4-card set that I've kind of self-made up. So that was a fun one for me. But Tim, it's going to get interesting here.
Uh-oh.
Football season right around the corner. 2021 select.
Yeah.
Broncos running back. Went right back to the Broncos. That's worked out well for me every time.
Oh, boy.
Javonte, the running back. Yeah, you mean?
He's fun to watch.
When he plays, coming off that torn ACL. But I got a premier level black and gold die cut rookie card for a penny. I want it for a penny. And remember, I texted it to you and you're like, there's not a chance in hell that guy's going to ship it. And he shipped it.
No.
So
what?
I want it for a penny.
That's
I paid
amazing.
$2 shipping. Yeah, that's it.
Wow. That still doesn't make up for your $1,000 loss, but you know, it helps.
You're such a dick. But now, Tim, I'm only down $999.99.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So I'm right there. Couple of bigger cards, Tim.
Uh-huh.
My first Eminence card. You remember how much I've
Eminence.
crapped on basketball Eminence?
We all have our moments. Yeah.
It is no 93 Topps Finest Refractor, Tim, but it is
not.
2021 Panini Eminence Pro Bowl die cut diamond Champ Bailey autograph in a Broncos uni.
Bless you.
I know, right? This, I think, is one of Champ Bailey's finer looking cards. He's got his Pro Bowl uniform on with the Broncos helmet. Autograph, clean and crisp, right on card. I am stoked to receive this. Still waiting to get it from eBay, but I'll be very happy to have that card.
Wow. So you're having a fairly positive experience with eBay this week.
Well, with winning, at least. There was a diamond in there too, Tim. I'll have to bring that around so that you guys can see it the next time.
Uh-huh. Because?
Huh?
No, just carry on. So.
Yep. 2 other cards, and I really debated all day whether or not I should tell you about this. But if we didn't have a podcast, I would keep it a secret.
Okay.
Because there's potential that this is just going to go so poorly.
Uh-oh.
2 cards. These are my last 2.
Okay.
A 2012 and a 2015 silhouette on-card autograph with game-used dirty patch. Let's get cooking Russell Wilson, baby. Let's go. He's coming back this year. Preseason, he's making plays. Russ is going to get cooking for the Broncos. I'm all in on him. Let's go.
These nuts.
Tim, this would be a
No! No!
That's why I debated telling you.
Bad Chad.
And it's all because of bids that were placed on Saturday night. I woke up Sunday morning and I was scrolling through the things that I had bid on, and I was like, oh no.
And you were sober?
Not on Saturday night. Now, to my defense, the 2012 is his rookie year. It was from his rookie photo shoot or something, the jersey that he wore. So it's a nice 3-color patch. It's at a 99, and I did get it for a really good deal. And then the 2015 is a piece of white patch that just is beat up, like you can tell it's game worn. So I shouldn't be left alone in the fall. The fall is a very bad time for me in buying sports cards. I can't help myself around football season. I can't. I can't do it.
Well, it'll get easier next year when there's no player names on the cards from Panini.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So Tim, that's a whole lot. Very much tailored around like my personal collection with Disney and then with the Broncos, but that's kind of where I stand. Made me very happy to win some of those cards and very worried to tell you the news about the Russell Wilsons.
I don't know that was like your most positive weekly update ever, but you had fun with it.
I did have fun with it. That's true. From an investment standpoint, it's going to go just terribly, but that's
terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I mean, yep.
What will be a worse? No, Tim. What will be a better investment? The $1,000 for the Lorcana cards that I will never receive, or the other chunk of money that I paid for Denver Broncos football cards?
Oh man, that's tough to call.
Think about that one, everyone.
You literally just lit both on fire, so it's fine.
That's a good point. Tim, hopefully you had a better week. Some interesting show notes here. I know the backstory behind this. I'm all ears. What are you going to tell people?
I don't know. So, you know how I bought that PSA 7 Michael Jordan rookie card at the National and was like, this is the best looking PSA 7 that I've ever seen. This is staying in the PC forever. It's completely the card that I've been looking for, and I think it's going to be plenty satisfying. It's now a showpiece in my collection. It's not going anywhere. Those words sound familiar?
Yep.
Yeah. So, a dilemma came up in my personal life. I'm a little short on units because Responsible Tim has not touched anything since like 4 or 5 weeks pre-national.
Okay.
And football season's around the corner, but as of right now, I'm short on units because I've put a lot of money into sports cards and cards that I was determined to keep. It's worked out really well for sure for most things, I mean, I've got some really nice, $1,000, $2,000 level cards of Jordan that are just awesome to look at. I have completed 2 separate 3-card sets that look fantastic together as triumvirate type sets. I've got a $15,000 upper deck black Michael Jordan auto. So the dilemma is, which one of those do I jettison for a very personal purchase?
How about you trade that Michael Jordan autograph to me for my Eminence card?
No. Hard pass.
Hey, the Michael Jordan card will stay close to home and you'll get what you need.
You're referring to the specific, lab-generated gem that's in the middle of that card.
You can infer whatever you would like.
Oh, okay. But anyway, so I'm not willing to let go of some of my rarer cards that were in the $1,000, $2,000 range. I also was not willing to part with the centerpiece of my collection currently, and by far and away the showstopper. So the most common card that was going to be easily replaceable settled out at the PSA 7 Michael Jordan rookie card. So I'm not allowed to go into more specifics because it would spoil something, and the specific party is also nearby. So
I see. Well, Tim, I am certain that people will look forward to the coming weeks' weekly updates.
Actually, 1 second.
Tim is getting up and has left. He has left. Tim and I are not in the broadcast booth together this week as Tim was at work.
No. So she's in the shower. So long story short, PSA 7 Jordan rookie card for a diamond engagement ring.
Ooh, baby. Did you do it?
Yes.
Oh, my man.
I'm torn about it emotionally, as a collector, personally. there's so many layers to this. I mean, I went back and forth, and I don't know what the right answer was. I think most people in our group chat said yes, and there was one specific person that I noticed said no, and I won't hold it against him, but it just shows you it was very debatable.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Tim, there's only one person. There's only one person who it matters if this is the right decision for, and that's you.
This is true. And I feel like I made the right decision. I have no regrets. The card is replaceable. It hit the budget exactly and also left me with a unit for another Jordan purchase.
Boy, you're going to be staring at that ring for a long time with a little different twinkle than most people get in their eyes when looking at a diamond.
We'll see. There's a 30-day return policy, so I'll keep you updated in the next few weeks.
I'm on the edge of my seat. Well, congratulations. And I think most people will agree that is a perfectly acceptable trade to make. And congratulations.
Okay. Thank you. She may have still heard me.
Star Wars, Tim. Tell us about Star Wars.
You're talking about Lorcana. I'm talking about Kakawao. Disney 100th year anniversary edition of Star Wars coming out. I have a buddy named Stanley that I've mentioned or referred to multiple times in the show, and he has the hookup for Disney stuff in China or in Asia. And he offered to me 2 boxes of the upcoming release of Kakawao Star Wars at what I think is going to be a fantastic price of $1,450 per 10-box case. So $145 a box. I have a hard time believing that when only 3,000 cases of this were produced, that this will not go up in price. So the plan there is to also offset some of the recent purchases and expenses by flipping these cases. I expect to make some money on it, but when I've expected to make money on things, it generally goes poorly. Just like when you buy Russell Wilson silhouettes.
Exactly. Tim, I think it's a good purchase. Now, with Star Wars, you've mentioned this to me in the past too, that of course this is not the first nor the premier Star Wars product that has been produced, as opposed to Kakawao 100 Years of Wonder Disney cards, which really was the first one. However, there is a hard number of cases that were produced, as you've said. And that's something we don't oftentimes see in the hobby, or at least that number doesn't become known unless people do some calculations based off of number of hits. And so I like the purchase. I really do. And you sent that to me, and I appreciate you sending that to me, offering it up as well. I really toyed with the idea, and I'm still on the fence about it, to be honest with you. So I think it's a good purchase. Are you going to open one of them?
It depends, if like the price skyrockets and I still make profit by selling one case, done deal. Like I'll jettison one case and rip the other one, because the chances of not pulling a card that are at least worth something, pretty low, I would say. You're guaranteed like one nice hit per case generally. So you hit like a Darth Vader 1 of 1 or something. I mean, that's a 5-figure card. So,
easily. And right? I will say that the return on box price for the Kakawao is far higher than what you and I had experienced with Panini products of the same price range.
Exactly.
So I like that.
Okay. I'll have options.
Gosh, I really wonder about that. Let's talk this weekend. Maybe I'll jump in on that.
Okay. We'll see. I may need to use your PayPal account anyway.
Well. How the turntables, Tim. To quote my man, Michael Scott. All right, guys. Well, Tim, very good on your weekly update, guys. I want to remind everyone we'll transition just a little bit into card stories. Over the past 2 weeks, you've heard 2 more incredible card stories from listeners of the show. We encourage you to send us yours. Any format you would like, you could put any twist on it. It could be as basic as a minute-long story about your favorite card and why it's important to you. We want you to record this, upload the audio format, send it to us at packtothefuturepodcast@gmail.com, and maybe you will be featured on next week's Card Stories. And guys, we've seen this take over a little bit. If you listen to some other podcasts, I mean, even I was invited on to Adam's Basketball Card Podcast. I don't think he knew we were doing Card Stories, but he asked me on to do Card Stories. You'll see it elsewhere as well. It's taken the world by storm. Send us your card story at packtothefuturepodcast@gmail.com.
You can also find us over on pttfpodcast.com, specifically our affiliate links. And we've got a couple of those up for you. I cussed out one of them earlier today, so you don't have to click on them first. But if you keep scrolling down, you'll also see a link for eBay, as Chad's been doing some second and feckin'. Join in the festivities on either a Friday or Saturday, or screw it, a Sunday. When you're feeling impulsive and clicking buy, before you click buy, remember to stop by our website and click that link so that a portion of those funds that you spend on your precious little cards comes to us and supports the show. We'd appreciate it, and we thank you for listening as well. You can also find a link to an affiliate link for BCW card supplies, fairly new addition. We know you need supplies to put those beautiful feckin' and second purchases into. So look for penny sleeves, look for magnetic loaders, look for top loaders, look for cardboard boxes to sort all your base cards with. Plenty of options. So head over to pttfpodcast.com where you'll find those links. And thanks as always for also clicking on those links for zioncases.com and using our promo code PACK, P-A-C-K.
Well done, Tim. All right. Well, before we get into our main event here, Tim, you got to go to work.
I know. I'm a little fired up.
I'm sorry, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good.